Hey guys, welcome back. This is episode 12 now, and I just wanted to make a quick little episode today about some of the shows I've been watching because they're triggering the hell out of me. Also, watch I say quick little episode, and this episode is like 45 minutes. So the first show I want to talk about is Ginny Georgia, of course, and this show is like perfect for people with mommy issues, and we all know that I got that. I actually forgot how physically upset this show made me, because when season 2 came out recently, I was like, damn, I don't even remember what happened for real in the first season. So I had to rewatch the first season and then watch the second season. And literally by the end of the first season, I was like, I don't even want to watch the second season. Like, not in a bad way, not because it was bad, because I was like, oh my God, I'm so stressed out. But now that I have watched the second season, there's two key things that I just need to talk about, and that's Ginny's entire friend group and then Ginny herself. Ginny's entire friend group is like some of the most emotionally mature and immature characters I've ever seen in my entire life. Like, there's so many scenes in the show where I just couldn't believe after certain actions, just all was forgiven. Like, they forgave each other so easily. And I was like, I don't know if I need to be more like them or if I'm glad I'm not, Like, the time when they were in the store, oh, spoiler alert, if you haven't seen the second season of Ginny and Georgia, just don't listen to this part. But the part when they were in the store and I can't remember her name. I think her name is Abby. And she was stealing. And then Ginny, for whatever reason, was like, yeah, I'm going to do it too because they doing it. And then when they got caught, homegirl was like, I didn't even know she was stealing. I would have, that would have been the end of our friendship. Because why would you do that? Why would you say that? And then Ginny was just looking at her. I would have been like, excuse me? I would have said something even though I'm guilty too, but don't say, you didn't have to say you didn't know I was stealing. You could have just been sorry, yeah, we got caught. Why would you throw me and only me under the bus? That's crazy. I would have, yeah, I just, that would have been the end of the friendship right there. And then the part in the cafeteria where she slapped the shit out of Ginny and then thought that if she slapped herself, then everything was just okay. You slapping yourself was just going to redeem you from the fact that you just slapped the shit out of me. Absolutely not. But then they all just start laughing and stuff like that. That's why I'm just am I not mature enough to be put in situations like that? Because for sure would have beat the shit out of her. And not even on some oh, I just blacked out, I didn't know what I was doing. I would have consciously beat her ass. Because why would you slap me? I can understand if we arguing and yelling, but you slap me in the middle of the cafeteria? The slap echoed. That was crazy. That was the craziest part. It echoed. That's how you know she got her good. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm just not, in that emotional space to where I can handle somebody I consider a friend to just stand up and slap the hell out of me. So maybe I got enough. Maybe I need enough, I don't know. I don't know what I need to get to that level, but yeah, that entire friendship group, they handle stuff at certain times wow, that was really smart of them. And then other times it's why? And then my thing about Ginny, so I think Ginny is I think she's such a complex character especially because in the show, Ginny's childhood is never from her perspective, it's always Georgia's. So we can only see basically her life from Georgia's perspective. We don't know what she remembers, what she experienced on her own. We don't see none of that. So with that fact and how she is now, I think in the show they made it really hard to sympathize with her character until you found out that she was self-harming. Because in the show she kind of has this trend of not appreciating something until she realizes how bad it either could get or already got. And I think that her character is so focused on being misunderstood that she doesn't understand that she's also misunderstanding. Like, she doesn't understand the emotions behind actions from the people who love her. She doesn't understand the switch of emotions, around the people. She doesn't realize anybody else's like motives or emotions besides her own, even when she's sometimes the cause of it. Like that whole thing she went through with Marcus, with him drinking too much while he was in school, like just walking around fucked up. She just got mad at him and started ignoring him. She didn't even ask him like you okay? You good? Like, what's going on? She was just like, what? Like, why are you doing this? She just like stormed off. The only one who paid attention to that was his sister. She was like, nigga, you all right? Like, what's going on? So her character is just not able to like grasp when somebody else is going through something, because she feels like she's going through the worst thing in the world, which she is in a pretty fucked up situation. But and I'm not trying to say she's blowing it out of proportion, because all of her emotions are super valid, but it's just like, you should probably chill the fuck out first and get the whole picture, instead of just assuming shit as you go on and making yourself more mad and confused and sad. Just be straight up, ask questions. I think she's so comfortable with being like uncomfortable and mad. She gets so stuck in that, and it's just like, girl, you don't have to be doing all of this. But then I also see why she is doing all of that, because Georgia's main like flaw to me is that she's so strong and she's so upfront with her kids about everything except the shit that she should really probably be upfront with her kids about. Like, she can talk to Ginny about sex and all this stuff and dildos and all this stuff, but you can't talk to her about real shit, like where they came from, until she done already found out. Then you want to just take a deep ass dive into it all at once, instead of teaching her about it as she got older, so that way she could handle it a lot better, instead of just, first of all, finding out from somebody else and shit, which is the number one thing Ginny and Georgia have in common. It's like, don't wait until shit go up in flames to just start airing shit out. You should have been doing it little by little, so that way the people around you that you've built relationships with can be like, you know what? Okay. I'm not too surprised, but they just dump it out all at once and just like, damn. Also, quick sidebar, I think I'm the only person that didn't like Joe and that old lady, homegirl, I can't remember her name. But like, I did not like that. As soon as I saw like the little sparkle come on, I was like, oh no. Oh no, Joe, don't. And then he did it, and I was like, oh, Joe, no. I hated every second of it. I don't think it was cute. I don't think it was romantic. I thought it was gross. Not even because she was older, just because I was like, not them two. No, it just didn't look good. Even when like the kissing scene, I was like, no. I don't know if it was like secondhand embarrassment or just cringe. I don't know what it was. It was probably a complete mixture of both. I damn near fast forwarded. I couldn't take it. I was like, I hate all of it. And I saw like some comments on TikTok where they were like, I want Georgia and Joe to be together so bad. But you know what I want? Before I even wanted Joe and Georgia to be together, which I don't, by the way, I wanted the fact that Georgia knew who Joe was from their childhood. I wanted that to be like a bigger scene. And I don't even know when she found out, because Joe found out with the glasses. And I think maybe Georgia found out when he said he had a horse named Milkshake. But like, don't y'all feel like that should have been like a bigger thing than it was? And that last scene they had in the second season, I was like, so wait, does that mean she know? I was like, what is going on? I hated how they did that. I felt like that just should have been that scene should have had more dialogue. And okay, so since I'm talking about Joe, I gotta talk about all of them now. So my favorite is Zion, because I feel like he's the only one that's not an asshole. And I feel like he's the only one that's not like a bad guy. And I know Paul isn't a bad guy, but I just don't like Paul. I don't know why. I don't know why me and Paul have beef. We just do. But I feel like Paul is that guy that you know you should want for your life. Like that, he's like husband material, but everything else about him is just like, oh my God, you're just not him. But you are. But no, you're not him, but you should be. It's just like, I should want you for all intents and purposes, but everything else is just, I can't do this. With Joe, I don't know if I wanted him and Georgia to be together. What I do wish is that scene where they realized they knew each other. I wanted that to be bigger. And then maybe that scene, that little sexcapade he had with the old lady, he could have had that with Georgia. But then that would have just fucked everything else up with Georgia and what she got going on. She got too much going on for that. So I guess that wouldn't have worked out. Because he would have got attached. He would have been like, this is what I've been waiting for. You're my wife now. You're my girlfriend. We love each other. Yeah, Joe wouldn't have been able to handle that with Georgia, so I guess that's fair that they did it with the lady. But, I hated it. I feel like she's making the smart move by marrying Paul. Or by wanting to marry Paul. But I don't know if it's just because I would want to be with Zion, but that man, fine. That man is fine. I was like, damn. Every time he come on the screen, I just turn it up. Just turn the TV up a little louder because he is gorgeous. I was like, oh my goodness, that was a excellent cast choice. And then wait, another spoiler alert. If you listen to this and you haven't seen the second season of Ginny and Georgia, I can't. Please don't tell me I spoiled it for you because I can't. I'm telling you. But let's talk about when Georgia killed that lady's husband. Up until that point, I was always on Georgia's side. I was like, honestly, if I was in your shoes, I'd probably live the exact same life. Hell, my life ain't too far from that anyway. So up until then, I just personally felt like Georgia's actions were justified, or at least they had enough justification up until she killed that woman's husband. I was like, I can't hear not one good excuse for that lady to kill that woman's husband. And I was reading the comments on TikTok. Oh, she did it for her sanity. She was doing her friend a favor. I wish my friend would do me a favor by killing my husband. What? And she didn't even do it the delicate way. It's not like she pulled the plug. She suffocated my man. What kind of friend is that? Yeah, I might be sad. My man been in a coma for months. He might never come back. But did I ask you to put a pillow over his face and kill him? No, I did not. I didn't even say, I wish he would just die. Those words never came out of my mouth. I was just venting to you, who I thought was a friend, about how I'm feeling in this situation. And you, for some reason, took that upon yourself to just go in there and murder him. And that's the issue I have. And then her son saw it. I said, oh, the situation couldn't get worse. This whole scene couldn't get worse. But also what I didn't understand was how private investigator dude had enough to get her arrested by just knowing she was there at the time of death. You know what I mean? How did he have enough evidence to fully get her arrested without just saying, hey, I think Georgia killed this man? And they was just like, bet, let's go get the bitch. Like, I don't understand how he finessed that, but no matter what, homie was right. So I was like, when they was putting her in a police car, I was like, you did do it, so don't hit your head. Like, I don't know. That shit was crazy. I could not find one good, solid reason why she would do that. That's the only time I ever thought Georgia might be a psychopath. Crazy, yeah, but that was actually psychotic. Anyway, I just wanted to talk about that because, oof. And maybe next episode I'll talk about, like, the whole self-harm and mommy issue part of Ginny and Georgia, but, ooh, that show, oof. Okay, and so guys, the next show that I wanted to talk about that I recently started watching because I got put onto it is it's an anime called Vinland Saga, and this is like a really good anime, but I just was not expecting it to be. Like, when the person who put me on was telling me about it, I was like, it was good enough for me to agree to watch the first episode. But then when I was watching the first episode, I was like, oh shit. Then when I kept watching, I was like, oh fuck. I was like, this is fire. The only thing I didn't like was how quick Thor's died. But I understand why he died so quick, because the story is not about him, it's about Thorfinn. But I was like, damn, he could have, lived a little bit longer. But you know how strong of a motherfucker you gotta be to die standing up? That's crazy. He didn't drop to one knee. He died standing up. And then homie who killed him was talking shit like he beat him with his hands. Like he was beating that nigga open hand. He was talking so much shit to Thorfinn. He was like, I killed your daddy. First of all, you didn't kill nobody. He almost killed you. Why he didn't? Hell, don't know. You know what I mean? I wish you would talk shit to me when my dad actually beat your ass. Actually, you played no part in his death besides waving a fucking finger. Yeah, like, I understand his rage, because my dad died because you basically cheated. Like, I would definitely spend the rest of my life trying to beat your ass. I'm gonna beat your ass. Because my dad beat your ass. And I'm his son. So, eventually, I'm gonna beat your ass, too. I don't know. It's just fire. I was just not expecting it to get that deep. And he's so mad for such a young boy. He's like, I'm gonna kill you. Every time he see him, it's on sight. I'm gonna kill you. He's challenged this man to like 10 duels. I'm not that deep in the show, by the way. I'm only on like episode 8, I think. He just want him dead. But he's so little and he don't know nothing yet. So it's obviously not working. But big ups to the dude for not just killing him. That's nice. But it was just one of those animes that caught me off guard. There's another anime that's such a widely loved anime that I hate with a passion, that somebody recently told me that I need to give another chance. And oh gosh, I know every anime fan that's listening to this, when I name the anime I'm talking about, y'all about to kiss y'all teeth. Y'all about to so hard. But I hate One Piece. Hear me out. Don't click off. Hear me out. I come with explanation. The first time I watched One Piece, I was like 15. I'm in my 20s. Okay? It's been episodes of One Piece from then to now. When I first started it, I was like, I couldn't be more uninterested in this. It took too long for character development, and I didn't like that. Maybe I was too young to fully grasp and understand what was going on. But I hated it. And it didn't get me good enough to where years later I'd be like, let me dip back in and see what I was missing. I've never cared since. Once I got to episode 2 and I wasn't leaping for joy, I was like, yep, we're switching to something else. I couldn't. But recently, somebody was like, I asked somebody their top 3, and he said One Piece was his number 1. And my jaw damn near tickled my toes. I was like, excuse me. I know One Piece is loved by many. I've just never personally heard somebody name it as their number 1, ever. And I've been watching anime since I was like 9. Right? So when he said One Piece, I was like, are you bullshitting or are you for real? And he was like, what you mean? So then I had to express myself and tell him in great detail how I hated One Piece. And he was so offended. And he started telling me all the great things about One Piece, even mentioning that they have apparently over 1,000 episodes, which I find great and unnecessary at the same time. But I want it to be known that as we were having this conversation, there was a Asian person sitting by where we were sitting, And I said to the guy whose number one favorite anime was One Piece that I personally thought My Hero Academia was better than One Piece. And Tokyo Ghoul was better than One Piece. The Asian guy got up, walked over to us, looked me dead in my eye, and said, I agree. Now, does that validate what I said more? I'm not saying that. That's not what I'm saying at all. But it doesn't not validate what I said even more. You know what I mean? So, as he walked away, I proceeded to stare into the eyes of the guy I was talking to. I was like, so tell me how great One Piece is now. Like, but I say this to say, at the end of the conversation, I agreed to give One Piece one more chance. So next weekend, I'm going to be starting my One Piece journey. I know I don't sound excited. It's because I'm not. But maybe, you know, a couple episodes down from now, I'll be like, yo, One Piece is actually fire. And I hope that's the case, because I really don't want to waste my time and watch it and get to like episode 500 and realize, oh no, I just hate it. So that would suck. But all right, guys, I'm going to wrap the episode up there. I said I was going to do a short episode. I was aiming for 15. We're at 21. That's fine. Thank you guys for listening to me talk, and I'll see you guys. Oh my gosh. It's going to be episode 13. We're going to be in the teens. That's crazy. Oh my gosh. I have to do something really nice for the episode. What am I going to do? Oh my gosh, that's crazy. The teens is crazy. Okay. I'll think of something. It's going to be nice. Maybe I'll cry. I don't know. Okay, yay. Okay, I'm so excited. Okay, bye guys.